The distribution of Earth's resources. The Earth has many natural resources. However, these resources are becoming more prized as the years pass by. This is because people use too much of some resources. Some people have recently decided that they must protect Earth's natural resources. They want to make sure resources will be available in the future. Many scientists are now looking for new ways to save these resources. They also want to take better care of our planet. Some of the natural resources that we use are renewable. Trees, air, and water are renewable resources. These resources can be placed by nature in a short period of time. Other resources produced by Earth are non-renewable. Non-renewable resources are natural resources that cannot be replaced once they have been used. These resources include minerals and fossil fuels such as oil, coal, and natural gas. Let's take a look at 3 different areas of the United States where non-renewable resources can be found. Arkansas Crater of Diamonds State Park is a public park where people can look for diamonds. They get to keep the ones they find. The first diamond they found in the area in 1906 by a farmer who owned the land at the time. Since then, hundreds more diamonds have been found. The soil in the park is plowed regularly to bring diamonds close to the surface. The diamonds people have found a range in size from as small as a match head to larger than a fingernail. The diamonds found in the park formed millions of years ago deep under the Earth's surface. They formed in the Earth's mantle, where there is a huge amount of pressure. Temperatures there can reach up to 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat and pressure can change carbon into diamonds. Geologists believe the diamonds reach Earth's surface when volcanoes erupted. The High Plains Aquifer is one of the largest groundwater supplies in the world. It is found under the entire state of Nebraska and parts of Colorado, Kansas, Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, South Dakota, and Wyoming. People in these states have been taking water from the aquifer for many years. The High Plains Aquifer developed about 65 million years ago. A great tectonic plate event occurred at that time. The plates pushed together and formed what we know today as the Rocky Mountains. As the mountains began to push upward, wind and water began weathering the peaks. Rivers and streams carried the weather sediments eastward. The water and the sediment slowly built up to form the High Plains Aquifer. The High Plains Aquifer is a few feet deep at some places. At other places, it's up to 1,000 feet deep. In some areas, the aquifer is mostly gravel. That allows room for water to sit in between the rocks. In other areas, the aquifer's bottom is tightly packed with sand. The sand holds less water than the gravel. Since the 1940s, 88 trillion gallons of water have been extracted from the High Plains Aquifer. The water is mainly used on farms that grow grains to feed millions of people. Water does make its way back to the aquifer. However, the people are pumping it out faster than it will fill back up. It would take nearly 6,000 years of rainfall to replace what has been taken out of the aquifer. Hundreds of oil wells have been drilled into the ground below the Gulf of Mexico. Oil and other fossil fuels formed more than 290 million years ago. Plants that lived millions of years ago used energy from the sun to produce their own food like plants today. Some of the sun's energy was stored in the plants as chemical energy. Animals that ate the plants stored the energy in their cells. When these early plants and animals died, not all the bodies decomposed. Some settled to the bottom of the swamp, sea, or ocean where they lived. Layers of sandy sediments piled up on top of the remains. More dead organisms and sediments built up into more layers. Over millions of years, the layers of sediments were pressed and cemented together to form solid rock. The remains of the dead organisms were trapped between the layers of rock. Heat and pressure gradually changed the remains into fossil fuels: coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal is burned to produce heat and electricity. It formed in swamps from decaying plant matter called peat. Oil and natural gas formed from early plants and animals that died and fell to the bottom of the seas and oceans. Natural gas is used to heat our homes and cook our food. Oil is mainly used in transportation. The Gulf of Mexico is a good spot for finding these fossil fuels, especially natural gas and oil. However, the great care must be taken when finding and removing these resources from the ocean floor. If just one mistake is made, the fossil fuels can be wasted and harm fish, birds, and people. Diamonds, aquifers, and fossil fuels are still forming today. However, they take millions of years to form. People continue to use them faster than nature can replace them. Non-renewable resources like these can be used up, making them unavailable to future generations.